Okay, guys, I am excited to tell you the story about my son's manifestation. I feel like a proud father right now. Well, I'm always a proud father, but I'm just excited to share this story. My 9-year-old son, Marky, actually found his toy, his favorite toy. He lost it 3 or 4 days ago, and he's very upset. This is his favorite toy. He's been carrying around with him forever, going, everywhere we go with it. And he was upset. He came to us and was like, I lost, he calls it Boss Spider. It's a little Spider-Man toy. I lost Boss Spider. And I said, okay, Marky, I bought this book for him a few years ago, and I think he's used it before in success, but I can't really remember right now. But this is definitely by far the biggest time the most powerful time he's used it. And it's called the Power of Henry's Imagination. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's by the same people that made The Secret, and it's about a boy who loses his toy, and then he's taught how to manifest his toy and find his toy by using the power of his imagination, acting as if the toy had never left and he found it, and he's playing with it even when it's not there and stuff like that. So he was kind of reluctant, and he's like, okay. And so his mom, as he went to sleep, they read the story. And the next day, he comes up to me. He's like, Dad, I found Boss Spider. And he's just like this. There's nothing in the sand. And it took a while for me to click. And I was like, oh, yeah, you did. Now we're playing around. And, he's throughout the days, he's like taking it with him to the shower. He's showing them off to us, like, and he's playing with him still, even though he's not there. But he's using his imagination. He's getting really into it. And then I think yesterday or the day before, I was like, Marky, I'm very proud of you. I'm super proud of you because you've really been using your imagination. And I was like, you know what? It's like it's like your boss Spider, your toy is always with you. Even now, even if it's not here physically, I mean, he's always with you because you're so excited, just like when he's always here. I think he's in your heart now. He's in your heart forever, regardless of what happens. And he was so happy. He was like, yeah, you're right. He's always in my heart. He's always here. He's in my heart. He's in my imagination. So he felt like he wasn't missing anything. And then this morning, I'm going to pick up some groceries and stuff like that. I get excited call from him and his mom, my wife, and she's like, Marky found Boss Spider, and they're like jumping up and down and thing, and he found it in a bag in a bag that he had filled with books. And he wasn't looking for it anymore. That's the thing. In these days, he hasn't been he looked for it the first day when he was frustrated, and then ever since he started using the imagination, he stopped looking for it, and it found him, like Dr. Joe would say. And it was very exciting to experience that, and very encouraging for ourselves to continue to doing what we're doing. I'm working on manifesting $50,000 a month. That's my next goal. And he just did such a great job with that. And I mean, in his mind now, I mean, the law of attraction and that technique is strengthening him, and that's what we want for our kids, is to do things the effortless way. Because you see, just like in our regular manifestations, he let go of the how and the when, and he just was always living in the end, that he had it and it was fun, and he had found it and everything is fine. And when he lived in the end, it came to him. When he was trying to find it, he was getting frustrated and aggravated because he was feeling the lack of it. And skeptics will see this and say, well, he would have found it in that bag anyway, right? And people that believe in the law of attraction will say, oh no, anything could have happened. We could have threw that bag away with the toy in it and he would have known. Or that bag could have been left under his bed or in storage for years, and we would have never found it. And I guess both of those could be true, but the biggest thing for me is the how it all unfolded. First of all, he lived in those few days with joy, instead of living in fear and living in anxiety, that he didn't have it. He lived in joy because he had it. He was expecting. He was playing for. He was more than expecting. He was having it right now. He was excited because he already had found it in his mind and in his imagination, and he was not missing. So that time period he had joy, and also it came to him. He didn't have to go and search for it and look and dig through everything and tear his whole room apart. It came to him. So he had joy and ease. And I think that's the most important thing to remember with manifestations in general. When you do things from energy work, when you're doing things from being and feeling and living from that end, you create through joy, ease, and like a flow. You know, it comes to you. It and you feel full the entire time because you're living in the end. So it's like you never did not have it. And when you work from the old way of, you know, creating things through it's struggle, it's hard work, it's draining, and it's not always guaranteed, you know. So that's my quick story. Very proud of him, and I'll put a link to the book below if you guys are interested in getting it for your kids, or just even for yourself if you're curious. Please like this video. Please leave a comment and let me know if you have any books that you share with your kids and things like that for law of attraction and helping them to be in conscious creators. I'll see you guys later.